Even some European scientists come to the Moody Tower. About once every 5 years, we have a major campaign in all these trailers. We have 3 trailers. We also built some scaffold. Actually, we have 4 trailers. We built one just for A&M over there back in 2009. In September 2013, we had a NASA project here, and the airplane was spiraling over campus. Why did we build this 200 feet off the ground, or 70 meters? Why didn't we just put it up, 20 feet off the ground like most EPA monitors? What do you guys think? What's the advantage of going up high? And people are only about 2 meters tall. The reason is, if we put this on the ground right here, we have parking lots all around. This dorm has a dining hall with a loading dock. Cisco trucks are delivering every day and idling. That's all we would sample, is that one delivery truck for whatever time it comes. And so by going up, we're actually averaging spatially. We have a larger footprint. We actually have about a square kilometer footprint. So if we had a mobile lab, which we do have, we can drive around continually in that 1 kilometer box, and we get the same. If we averaged all that data, we would get the same that we're getting up front. We still see the big stuff. We still see rush hour. Rush hour, all of Houston sees rush hour. We're particularly close to I-45 right here. We also have a railroad yard right there. What is that? What's that collection of smokestacks about 5 miles to our west, east? Ship channel. That's the Houston Ship Channel. You can see the 610 bridge with trucks driving over it. You can see a rainstorm. Yeah. And all those stacks. So when we get an east wind, which we're about southeast right now, when we get an east wind, we can sample all of those slightly aged refinery emissions or chemical plants. When we get a north wind, we can see, well, that's a coffee plant just to our north, the big, tall, white building. We can smell burnt coffee with the north wind. So on Monday, after the front, that's what we'll be smelling. You can see Minute Maid Park and George R. Brown. We've put sensors on 3 of those tall buildings to see how different spatially they are from us here. And we've also used a long path UV instrument that had a reflector there, so we shined the light from here, reflected off of the roof of the building and back. And we averaged over that 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers each way, path length. And so we were able to really well sample that air coming from the ship channel. We also had it at 3 levels so we could see what was coming from cars and what was coming from farther away. What do you guys think that pile of dirt is to our northeast? I've been here 10 years and it keeps getting taller. See the pile of dirt behind see the white water tower and just to the left of the white water tower?
Is it a dump?
Yeah, like a landfill?
It's a Houston landfill. Yeah. That's a Houston landfill. It's almost at capacity, so sometime in the next 3 to 5 years, they're gonna have to move it. They're talking about moving it to the northwest. Wow. It's the tallest point in Houston, folks.
Yeah. There are no mountains in Houston. Oh, yeah, it's the thing that looks like a mountain.
I always wondered.
So, we are in a swamp.
We do have a mobile lab, and we've driven by that and measured large amounts of methane coming out of that landfill. They are trying to capture it. They have a network of pipes, but it's a bit leaky. So be careful, watch your step.
Is that the McCarty Road landfill?
Say that again?
Is that McCarty Road?
Yes, that's McCarty Road. Watch your head.
Yeah.
I donate to something different.
Yeah, Parks and Rec.
So,
Ron Swanson.
if you look west, you can see the Williams Tower at the Galleria. You can see the Med Center, and you can see those red roofs in the middle of the trees. That's Rice University. You can see a lot of, closer to us, you see a lot of our dorms and student housing, and then you can see NRG Stadium and the Astrodome. And if you look a little further south, you can see some tall towers in Missouri City. It's a lot of TV and radio towers. Just to the right of those tall towers, can you guys see those 4 smokestacks?
Yeah.
Those are the W.A. Parish power plant. By some measured estimates, that's the 2nd largest coal power plant in the United States. Every day, a mile-long train drives full of coal from Wyoming, the Powder River Basin, Wyoming, through the western U.S., dumps their coal there to make electricity for us. And some exciting news is they just announced NRG, who owns that, is going to spend $1 billion taking basically one of those boilers to turn the other 3 to capture and sequester CO2. So why would they spend $1 billion on sequestering CO2?
Probably a tax
Is
benefit.
it
Well,
funding?
right now there is no benefit, but they're hoping that
There will be.
that within a couple of years there's going to be a price on a ton of carbon going into the atmosphere. They're working with the Japanese company. They're going to build a pipeline and store that CO2 in an old oil well, and they're hoping to get more oil out of the oil well. They're not going to get $1 billion worth of oil, but that'll help pay for some of the costs, as well as if there's a benefit. But they're going to lose 25% of their electricity to do that. But you got to start somewhere. It's going to be the largest scale CO2 sequestration project in the U.S. so far.
No, but
So one of the
What?
things that we had to do is build this
I think we have to write something.
ventilation system to capture all the exhaust from the building and dump it over here. So we weren't just measuring dryer exhaust or students cooking in their dorm room.
Bless you.
Watch your step again.
Bless you.